Hey, what's up? Immediately peaked the mic. Good job, me. Gotta adjust that a little. Oh well. How you doing? Hey, Bad Road. 60 stream streak. That's wild. You'll have to mention it when you hit 69. Because that's just not fair. That's not shareable. That's some bullshit. But yeah, 60 streams. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's see. Keyboard? Ah. I have no idea what just connected. That was weird. It made the connection sound. Oh well. Let's go over here. Hello, good to see you. Over here we've got some buttons got pressed. That's what we got. All right. Good old mouse controls. So last time we learned beyond a shadow of a doubt that the psychic visor is feeding us unreality, which is something that I've been saying since the very beginning of the game, echoed by the rest of you, honestly. So that's exciting. I'm glad to know that the parts of this game that are bad are intentional, but I can see why people might have jumped to the conclusion otherwise, because there's kind of really bad. It was just for me. Okay, Mackenzie I didn't mind so much. He's just kind of a goofball. But then the second guy, I was like, are we gonna have a new person in each dungeon? Who then just explains his fucking backstory to me? Like, what? I can see why people were worried about this game. I'm just kind of sad that beyond those initial reviews, there wasn't anything positive really said. The game is generally considered mediocre. I have liked it a lot so far, except for a few odd level, we'll call them level design quirks. Like we have to go. I'm glad we got that extra health pack. But we are going to have to go back to the surface and grab the ice chip, which was not given to us by the boss, but rather was in some random console off to the side. This has been, when I looked it up to find out about this is a problem a lot of people had. Possibly a majority. Oh, one sec, I just realized I gotta fix something. Okay, you can still hear the music. I can't. That's kind of funny. This over to here. Yeah, it'll keep streaming it for you when I switch back to the desktop, but I lose the sound from it. That's fun. And now I can switch back. I moved a preview window, or I didn't move a preview window to the monitor that it needed to be on. All right, let's go. Probably turn down the analog volume on my end too. I say analog volume even though it's actually digital, but it was the best word I could come up with for the volume on my side that doesn't get to y'all. So how much of a shithole y'all think this place is going to turn out to be once we no longer have the psychic visor blocking our view? Because the way this place was described is effectively a fascist hellscape. And we can see a lot of the ruins that were brought about by that. Yeah, I definitely need to turn the volume way down. Whoops. Ah, fuck. Sorry about that. My drawing tablet was in front of the thing, so I bumped stuff. Local's good. Local volume's good. But yeah, I expect this place to be a complete shithole. I don't know why they didn't... Okay, I guess I can't get up to this one. Also, I just realized the reason they gave us a lasso initially instead of the grapple beam to start out is because it's a Western. It took me this long to figure that out. I wish I could just fast travel out of here. I feel like this is a lot for a modern game, especially one where the worlds are expansive like this. Space Western, like Star Trek, yes. I was thinking a bit closer to Cowboy Bebop, honestly. I imagine there's a pretty big crossover between fans of Cowboy Bebop and fans of Metroid. Maybe not 100%, but like, I don't know, 80? Roddenberry pitched it as a space western, yes, and they still refer to Kirk as a cowboy from time to time. And I think, Next Generation? It's a little bit Western. Albeit very episodic. Alright. Oh, I gotta go around, okay. Some people call him a cowboy. Some people call him the space cowboy. But, he is a joker. He is a toker. Wait, no, a joker, a smoker, and a midnight toker. Has to make sure you know that he only smokes weed at the weed hour. Midnight. Yeah, it's not through there. Wait, is it through here? Can we go through this way? No? Okay. It's outside. Sorry if my controller is jerking around a bit. My fingers are once again in bad shape due to weather. Along with my neck and arms giving me trouble. It's kind of a bad pain day. Not as bad as the day that I forgot to take my amitriptyline. By the way, if you're on amitriptyline for pain management and you're doubting that it's working, it's working. Almost certainly, it's working. Certainly is for me. That's why 12 is Bill and Ted's favorite number. I thought it was 49. That's what cable networks told me. I didn't know it was a sex joke. I thought it was just them knowing the number. It's like they removed the joke. rather than just censoring the language. I saw both versions when I was little and something seemed off. Hey, which way goes upstairs? I always feel like these maps are turning upside down. It feels so weird. All the Metroid Primes had this same problem. For some reason, the way the maps move and look is really disorienting for me. Alright, it looks like we go left and just keep going through. Having a bad sweating day? Ooh, no fun. You wouldn't have to be them to know about 69, yeah. That was the joke they were trying to tell in the movie. But 49, you know, it's not a joke anymore. They just know because they don't gotta. With enough research, you could guess, yes. Alright, so that's not the way forward, I guess. Which means, oh, I have to go back and go through another tube. Another conveniently morph ball-sized tube. Except I can't do that either. Fucking A. Oh wait, no. We just came through there. But we don't want to go to there. That's where we came from, or... One of these we came... I don't fucking know what I'm doing. I am so turned around, y'all. And the map does not help me. That the way? That's not the way forward, that's the way backwards. I think. Oh, God, I hate this. We came through there, wound up here. This is the surgical station. Can't go forward through here. Oh. Is there a way around over there that I just missed? I guess it could have been 5,318,000. It's true. Alright, I found the way around. Let's rock. The music is so good. Metroid always has good music, except arguably the first one and the second one. The soundtrack wasn't super great, but it was very atmospheric. There were some bits in Metroid 1 and 2 with good music, but the soundtrack was far from universally great. Is it weird that with all the other hints that the game has not so subtly dropped, the thing that really alerted me is that we were just getting Samus's old gear with the word psychic in front of it? Can't find my back scratcher. I know it's here, but probably fell behind the bed. Just looking for my back scratcher because my back itches. Been a while since I actually lost something important. It's been nice. I don't know. Probably behind the bed, and I'm in not good shape to move it and find it. Sounds like something that would happen naturally in a video game. Exactly. But not in this situation and not to Samus. Oh, I remember how this works now. Whoops. The game just keeps on saying that stuff is new when it clearly isn't. Like, oh, it's a whole new thingy. Like, no, it the fuck isn't. Alright, now we gotta find the console where the chip is. That's a shock open. So I should look for anything that shows green. Aha, here it is. Yeah, I can definitely see how I missed this. Except, no, this is a cargo machine. Not a console. I can still see how I missed it. And I can definitely see how I missed the other thing too if I still haven't found it. Nothing in here. How about the upper door? We've been through here? Or is this back the way we came? That's back the way we came, probably. Yeah, okay. You'd think it would at least highlight the thing we need to find. Again, this is something that multiple people online were like, I can't find this. Where is this? Psychic rotor attack, psychic aerial jump. We got psychic boots. You know, for all that mind reading boots that you need. It's not for reading minds, it's for reading feet. Alright, I remember taking that. I still don't see a terminal. I may have to just look this up, because what the fuck? If we get out of the snow... and we still haven't found it... Locked off. Livery truck. This is the puzzle that we had to solve to get in here, I think. Save station. Damage, rear side sensor. Can't get up high enough for that. There's a hole up there. I wish I could do more than 2 jumps. And yes, I have tried, sadly. Reading feet or pedagogy. Oh no! That's good. That's good shit. You got there. Caught me off guard. Alright, so we do have the broken window here. We can't get anywhere from it anymore. Can't get up there still. Alright. What's next? Back to the elevator. Does not have an additional panel or anything. So I think this is the first bit of level design we've seen that's like truly bad. And I don't feel like this one's on me. Because again, other people. Hate it when my rear side sensor gets damaged. Me too. I also hate it when your rear side sensor gets damaged. So goddamn many elevators. The game is intentionally making it difficult to pin down exactly how large these areas are. A move I usually see done in horror games. Alright, I guess I gotta look this up. Kind of annoyed, but you know. Alright, phone. Connect me to this vast internet where all information once existed. Metroid Prime or Ice chip. Thanks, AI answer. I don't want to read you. How to get ice shot. I don't care about how to get the ice shot, just the part. Okay, the loading crane room. We get the ice chip. Okay, it is the room with the broken glass. Ascend the ramps and enter the hallway with the damaged glass. Shift your... Oh. Alright. I feel like this should have, I don't know, stopped me in that room, you know? Given us something, anything.
Did you find everything in Ice Belt?
Shut up, Mackenzie. Mackenzie, shut up. I now don't like you anymore. They found a way to make him great on me. Just have him keep giving unprompted tutorials, something I hate in every game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Willow. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense from a gameplay standpoint. Frisbee. Can you sit, baby? Instead of pacing? Good boy. So see, we half solved this puzzle when we came in. Just had to check. So what am I doing over here? Oh. Right, okay. Yeah, not very intuitive. All I found when I looked it up was, go to the room with the crane and break the window, which we'd already done, so... You know. We got there. Grapple crane control terminal controls the crane. It is online and operational, activated by touching the hologram. And now we break shit. Simple as that. Circuitry from a cryopod's cooling system. Its protective cover is missing. Haha. Ship made by the Lemorne. A Galactic Federation engineer level 4 or higher can modify. See that feedback there? Makes very little sense in an in-world perspective. Remember that at this point, Samus's power suit is a Chozo relic and nothing more. A Galactic Federation engineer should have very little knowledge of it, even at level 4 or higher, as this specifies. And note, of course, that Mackenzie is level 4, whatever that means. The game is, in fact, constantly declaring that this is all bullshit. And I do appreciate that to some extent. It's subtle enough to fool some people, I guess. It was subtle enough to at first make me worry that the writers were just hacks. Instead, they're using themes and subtext. Ugh. What makes me interested in Mackenzie and thinking he might still be a real human is that he did not start out by telling us his entire backstory. He was acting like a dork, which is something humans are very good at, and is probably kind of hard to replicate. He might also be the space pirate captain guy whose name I've forgotten. There's always that chance. Also, this game gives you coyote time, which I don't usually see in a, which I don't usually see in a first-person game. It's, up in the air. Yes, I know how to get there, thank you. More green. Depositing the green energy is clearly a bad idea, but god damn it, we're doing it anyway. I think it was Laringer who was saying they didn't do much with the hub world, and yeah, I can definitely see that. They've had plenty of chances to expand upon it, but it's just sand. Damn it. Oh, I gotta make a U-turn. Aha! Bonk. I'll just leave the bees behind. Johnson & Johnson's no more bees. Imagine if Johnson's named every one of their products No More something. Could have made that their whole brand. But no, they had to become a multinational conglomerate. gross.
Welcome back, Samus. Come on, show me what you found in Ice Belt.
But it's also very possible that he's trying to learn about the power suit.
All right, let's take a look. Okay. And dude. Hello, friend. Okay. Analysis first. Oh, this is fascinating. It looks like this program inverts the energy emitted from the device. That means if I reprogram this and set it into your arm cannon, you should be able to use a new shot type.
And she's not part Metroid yet, so it won't hurt her to do it. What if they'd advertise their No More Tears shampoo with that Ozzy Osbourne song? I mean, that'd sell it. They might have a different customer base.
Now you can use Ice Shot. It temporarily freezes the target when hit. You can freeze living organisms to stop their movement.
Yes, I know. I've had this like 12 times before.
Temperature objects like magma to freeze it for a short period of time by lowering its surface temperature. If you find anything else, bring it into me. I'm sure I could turn it into something useful.
Samus is giving off slightly different body language each time. Like, she is very noticeably being more curt and nodding and leaving more quickly now. Alright, we've got an ice blocker over here. They also freeze immediately. Which makes sense considering where we found the thing. Alright, we've got some... Understand this, you who command the power of ice. To steal heat from every object of the world is an act to bring about stillness. That's a really ominous thing to say. It sounds like a doomsday plan. Platform created from porous rocks with little mass, set atop a fountain spout. It will rise as water pushes up from the spout. Fountain with a psychic moat socket. Its water is sourced from beneath the temple. While a moat is socketed, it spouts water at a fixed pressure. Freezing the water carried in all who live will blow out the candle of life. Do not forget this. Didn't they do this in Avatar: The Last Airbender? Like a river that flows along the land, water travels within living things, bestowing its life-giving moisture. The freezing of flowing water is precisely how one's first steps are to be taken. Remember this. Okay, I read them backwards. Yeah, I should have turned counterclockwise. Alright, so I gotta go like this and drop it here, and I get on top of this, but then I can't pick it up. There we go. Really? I did that perfectly. Come on now. Yeah, that's not how it wants me to do it. I see, though. Oops. Oh, still can't get quite high enough, huh? There we go. I got some Boulat. That all there is in this room? Seems kind of strange. Feels like there should be more. Just got a lecture and some bullets. There we are, yeah, now we have the ice orb filled, yada yada. Hooray. Alright, let's see if we can find some ice blockers. That's a thunder blocker. No ice blockers marked here as yet. So I guess we just get out of here and we'll be good to go. At least in theory. Now that is one damn fine cup of coffee. See any ice blockers here? That's just a regular door. You been through that door though? I'm not sure. That one's blocked. This side is not blocked. At least not immediately. Is this where we originally came in? Don't remember seeing that cutscene before. Have seen the running once. When she was running down the vehicle area. Okay, this is just the other end of this. No problem. Not gonna let me skip this one at all, huh? Thing we can get up here, maybe? Ooh, look at that. Web crawler nesting material, highly flammable. And remember web crawler? Remember when there was a bunch of different fucking search engines, but they were all run by Lycos Inc.? We had the illusion of choice back then. I remember Hotbot, Alta Vista. Alta Vista, I think, was the only one for a long time that wasn't owned by Lycos. And it was also the most reliable out of them. I remember I tried using it years later and just say it only found porn. Most of it probably was viruses and not even real porn. Can you believe it? Alright, well, we're about to head back out onto the overworld, so I guess it's time to go for our first commercial break. I want y'all to remember that there is a civil rights movement happening around the country and the wider world. Black Americans, people of color, are fighting for things that should never have to be fought for, like equal rights, equal treatment under the law, and to not be attacked, terrorized, and even murdered by the police. We have listed here a few things that you can do to help. You can go to the Bail Fund Network. Helps keep protesters out of jail. My words are not working today. Got the Okra Project and the Black Trans Travel Fund to help Black trans and non-binary people with food, supplies, and travel out of dangerous situations. And the Black Hills Legal Fund is the Lakota People's Fund to take back their land, the Six Grandfathers, which was stolen by white people, arbitrarily renamed to Mount Rushmore, and then had some white slave owners' faces carved into the side of it. Black Lives Matter. The lives of people of color matter. Indigenous lives and lands matter. Asian and Pacific Islander lives matter. And these are things we got to keep saying and pushing and fighting for till the people all the way to the top not only understand and acknowledge them, but work to make them real, protected truths. Alright, I'm going to go to the break, and I'm going to run some ads, and that should be just a couple minutes, and then I'll meet you back here then. I can tell that I'm not all here tonight. So if I'm even less coherent than usual, I apologize. But I can tell I'm not all here because I was looking all over for my coffee to the point that I thought that I had only imagined that I'd gotten a cup of coffee. And then, but I could still taste the coffee in my mouth, which worried me I might be having a psychotic episode. And then I realized I was holding my coffee in my left hand. This is what the schizophrenic brain does. It can be stressful. All right, well, we're back in any case. I definitely need to get some arms for my stream decks so that I can lay back and control them still. Hey, no worries. Hi, Beekeeper. It's good to see ya. Had a hard night last night, and I'm finally doing better. I'm so glad to hear that. Well, the second half. And no, the first third and the last third. You know, that you're back and also doing better. Alright, so I've got a couple options here. We can either see if we can get into Flare Pool, but I don't think we have everything we need yet. I think... this one. Come on. I really don't like 3D mini-maps. Yeah, this isn't even identified. About these. Yeah, these aren't even identified yet. So we're gonna have to find something else to be able to go through those, and it probably has to do with Viola. Thunder blockers, thunder blockers. I'm thinking... Let's take a look at the map of Voldforge. Are there any ice blockers in here, maybe? Well, there's a missile upgrade I can probably get. Down there. There's a big-ass Viola track, which that's the one thing that's making me appreciate the 3D minimap right now, is that looks so cool. Let's see what we can find at Vault Forge. If nothing else, it'll be entertaining. Nope. It's been a long time since I had a motorcycle. Unfortunately, with my disability, I don't think I could ever trust myself to drive one again. And that sucks. Sorry, just got sad for a second. Out of here.
With the bridge broken at the flare pool facility, you'll need to find some way to cross the lava lake. I believe upgrading the Viola suit allows you to unlock additional functions of the Viola. Want to try visiting Forge?
I'd always heard it pronounced viola before. We're talking about the instrument. I don't know if viola is also correct. It makes sense because, you know, violin. I'd still always heard viola. Come on. Have to be going at it fast. Whoops. Meant to do that. Whoop. I've driven on mountain roads before. Don't want to ever again. Alright, let's check out Volt Forge again. Did we ever go through there? I think we did. I think that's how we originally... Oh wait, maybe that one's invincible. Opens on... Oh, right, that's the one that spits us out. Let her rip. This is a weird Beyblades game. Trying to figure out if there's a way to get off Viola without having to reach for the plus button. It's in an awkward spot. Alright, let's head forward. Let's grab the save station back there. That's simply because we haven't done one in a while. Spinner has become non-functional. Significant damage to the exterior frame and its internal circuitry has failed. Interesting. Spinner used for moving a container arm online. Okay, so one of them's working. Effectively indestructible versus its grip on the container appears to be loose. It might disconnect. Ah, I just needed to do it a few more times. See, I was gonna do that anyway, but as a bit, but apparently that's the actual solution. Is this not working? The game basic, there it goes. Wow, that took a few tries. If the game hadn't told me that that's what I was supposed to do, I might have given up long before that. These ones have more HP than the previous ones. Missile expansion acquired. I'm surprised they didn't call them psychic missiles. Now missiles, we just have to assume that those have universal compatibility. I mean, they're basically just cones full of gunpowder, right?
You can activate now. You may need to explore the other towers.
Alright, so we know everything we're seeing is fake. It's all been run through a filter. Do we think Mackenzie's a human? Or a Lemorne who's getting really annoying? Like I said, I didn't hate Mackenzie initially. I still don't hate him. I just find it annoying when they have a character jump in and give tutorials. Especially when they're not giving helpful tutorials over and over again unprompted. Do we ever get the missile expansion here? I honestly do not remember. No, we can check it out in any case. Oh, that's the wrong door. That's the Viola passage. I should start doing a bit where I apologize for being less coherent than usual at the start of every stream. Alright, we did not get in there yet. Linked device, which will be this. The linked shutter has been okay. Oh, it means this one. Trying to see if there's anything around the other side of here that I might be able to reach. Nope. I got a feeling that these guys will go down in one hit from an electric shot. They're hurt slightly by ice. Oh, okay, the shutter is actually. Oh, no, never mind. That's a shield. Yeah. I don't know what the linked device it's referring to is in this case. It looks like it means... yeah. It's linked devices inside. It's that boost chamber thing. Words escape me. It rained today suddenly. Nothing on the weather report yesterday or all last week. It just suddenly, there was a thunderstorm and a tornado watch, just real abrupt like. Kind of annoyed about it. The surprise thunderstorms are the ones that tend to fuck my body up the most. Maybe because I'm not ready for it, or maybe it's just because it's a very severe and sudden change in weather, or in barometric pressure. Alright. Tower 2, do we see anything? That requires a boost ball or jump boots or all right, well, let's try and move to Tower 1 so we can actually see the map. Why don't we have the ability to see maps of the areas we're not in? Why do we have to look at this faded out version when we have the map downloaded? I'm just now thinking about this. Some nasty weather heading into the Oklahoma City area. Yep. There usually is, though. Elevator. Once again, nothing that looks like it can be opened from here. So I guess we keep going. Surprise tornadoes in Michigan killed 8 people today. Oof. Sucks to hear. I can't bring up a big emotional response at the moment. I'm schizophrenic and in pain. So, note that I do in fact care. You know how schizophrenics, so we care? We just say it out loud. Alright. Cool. We weren't able to use this last time while we're here, I don't think. That looks like if you took the helmet of a sci-fi character and just stretched it vertically. Are we gonna get Lava Rider? I've been working through some emotions by writing music today. I'm pretty proud of what I've got so far. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Viola IC suit acquired. I can't even tell if it looks different because I have aphantasia and don't remember. Suit upgrade with increased resistance to heat from molten rock enables Viola to transform into Viola IC mode automatically, which then allows it to travel over magma and lava. Ooh, both kinds. We got both kinds of molten rock, magma and lava, and yes, there is a difference. Route for transferring Viola from Tower 2 to final certificate. Oh, right. I forgot about that. Alright, so I guess now we can just head back. I don't see anything that we've marked. Yeah, I can never get the hang. Sometimes there's like a serious problem with the way the 3D maps work in all the Metroid Prime games. Either that or there's a serious problem with my brain that's just not getting it. Alright. Transform and roll out, I guess. At this point, it feels like Samus is going along with this. Despite knowing that it's bullshit. Samus is a hardened killer, remember? Not easily phased. We gotta go back one more, right? Starting with Metroid 3, aka Super Metroid, Samus was really at a point where it was difficult to phase her at all. And that's come across very clearly in most games. It's come across very clearly in every Metroid game since. Every Metroid game since. Oh, I don't remember this thing. Oh wait, I remember this thing. Did we go the wrong way? No, it's just it's decided to fight us right now. What second Highlander movie? Exactly. You get it. Dang it. Dang it. Oh, right, okay. Whoops. Ah, I hit one of the little bots. That's not what I meant to do. Just a sec. There's a water bottle on my arm. Trust me, that's relevant. Dang it. I need to kill more of these things, obviously. There we go. One. Fuck. No, we're good. Come on. Two. Okay. One. I guess this is technically working. Just much more slowly than I'd like. Oh hey, that's the first time I've actually seen Samus's face come up in the reflection. That's been kind of a staple of the Prime sub-series. When lightning flashes or something, you get to see Samus's face reflected back at you. It's pretty cool. Very memorable. There, Christ. Almost got enough of them to do a psychic. Oh, that one hit me. Very rude. God, why does this fight take longer than an actual boss fight? Maybe I should use the... Yeah, this is actually way faster with the stick. That's kind of funny. Harder to get accurate, though. So we use the mouse. Whoops. Use the mouse to line it up. Oh, come on. One, two, and three. There we go. There we go. I don't even think we actually had to do that. That was just me, like, doing stuff. There was no moral, it's just a bunch of stuff that happened. I don't actually remember what that's in reference to when I think Homer Simpson says it. Just a bunch of stuff that happened. But, that must be how media illiterate people see everything they play. right? That's how the gamers want the world to be. Just a bunch of stuff that happened. Alright, so now we can head back to the lava place, which will get us the Thunder Chip in the end, I guess. Now, the Thunder Chip has to come from Volforge, right? That would be very silly if it didn't. Especially since we already got the Fire Chip from Fireplace. Which, yes, that's what I've decided it's called. Fireplace. You know what the weirdest thing for me that I've ever experienced in a video game was? When I played Wii Boxing for the first time, and I realized that throwing actual punches, especially jabs, actually helped you win at it. That was a weird thing to discover. When people wonder why I'm so enthusiastic about Roots of Pacha, the game makes it really thumping clear that this isn't just a bunch of stuff that happened. There was a purpose and a lesson, yes. Which is fucking awesome. I finally got around to playing Persona 5. And I'm realizing why a lot of people like it better than the regular Shin Megami Tensei series. What the fuck is this? And I don't necessarily agree with it as being better, especially since, you know, I've been with Sue, who's played through the whole original Megami Tensei and Shin Megami Tensei series. But Persona basically spoon feeds you the moral. And with video games, as we've seen, that's actually really important. Oh my god, if I freeze them while they're jumping, and then don't shoot them out of the air, please tell me they shatter when they hit the ground. Oh, come on, jump at me. Jump at me. He's not gonna jump at me, is he? Nah. Oh, he dodged that, though. I see you over there. Thinks he's clever. I think it's really fun how you learn about how the worlds work, though, between the two series. Let's see, so basically, to put this into perspective, the original Megami Tensei, there was a human world and there's a digital demon world, you know, and the two overlap. By the time Shin Megami Tensei 5 comes around, the human world was destroyed and became the demon world. And they built a new human world over top of it, so the worlds are still intersecting. And then in the Persona the Persona games, there's additional demon worlds or shadow worlds or whatever that are built on top of the human world that's built on top of the old demon world, which was built on top of the human world, which was over top of the demon world. It's really silly when you actually start putting that shit together. Monster, use dig. It's not very effective, always. It's demons all the way down, yeah. And the jury's still out on whether the demons were created by the humans or if they were here first. Head for a Galactic Federation heavyweight golem. Unit interconnections have suffered minor damage and its connector cables are severed, its main systems are otherwise intact. Okay, so we're gonna be coming back around to these different bases to pick up these parts. Interesting. Yeah, I get it, you're green. I know, it's not easy. If demons did not exist, it would have been necessary to invent them. Like in Danny Phantom. How his parents were paranormal investigators in a world where ghosts did not exist. So they ripped open the fabric of reality in order to force ghosts to exist in their plane of existence. That shit's funny. Thanks, Mackenzie. Nice Kermit reference, thank you. I'll never get tired of the Muppets. I actually liked the 2015 sitcom even. It was a little dark and miserable for a lot of people. I'll often take dark and miserable because, you know, light tends to come out of the dark and miserable eventually. Even the original version of The Office had Ricky Gervais get fucked over. Sadly, just his character, not the real Ricky Gervais. Muppets Tonight was underrated. I agree. That's one that I watched as a kid every night, or every Friday, rather. It seems like a lot of people don't remember it. Familiar stuff like the Muppets helped a lot with my mother's psychosis, I think. Just let me collect all these greens in peace. Jeez. Watched the original Muppet Show when it was first on? Hell yeah. Advantage of being old, I was there when the Muppets happened. Yeah. I only get to see recordings of that shit. Hey, what are you doing? Get out of here. Did I miss a nest? Or did it get out of the nest before? Okay, looks fine. Got an object out of scanning range there. What's this? Large shot expansion. Ooh, 20. I already thought it was kind of extreme that we got 10 instead of 5. Per regular shot expansion. Okay, that one it just doesn't want us to scan until we're right next to it. Oh, what do we got over here? That looks like a spinner of some kind. The original Muppet Show was frequently daring, and I love that they had celebrities do stuff outside their normal work. Me too. I also really liked the episode with the full-body Bert costume. That was wild. And Bert got to dance with one of his idols. I think that was the Muppet Show. They had Beverly Stills tap dance. Hell yeah. Sills. I don't know all the celebrities. Alright. Spinner's done. Now let's start it up. Beverly Stills was a renowned opera singer. Ah. So not a tap dancer, in other words. Well, I guess she was a tap dancer on the Muppet Show because she was tap dancing, but not professionally. Alright. What? Fuck off. That she'd been taking lessons on the side for her own amusement. Oh, that's awesome. I actually remember the first time the Muppets made me cry as a kid. It was like literally actually when Jim Henson died. And they wanted to call off the show because they'd only just started to get to know this Jim guy, Kermit's best friend. You gotta be really close to this thing to scan it. Vuros has always been a harsh environment, and the Lemorn sought to ease suffering and bring prosperity to flora and fauna. In the volcano, we discovered green energy, which we were able to refine and use to shower the land and trigger an explosion of flora and fauna growth. But there was a tragedy we did not foresee. We were hunted to the brink of extinction. With nowhere else to hide, the last surviving 13 Lemorn took refuge in Chrono Tower. We sought our last remaining hope and deciphered the prophecy again. And we learned that you are the Lemorn's last hope, and you are the only one who can put them to rest. So, like, straight up, they were not expecting me to be someone who came from off-world. Or if they were, they're not very good at it. That's why I don't think that it's the space pirate captain. Imagine if it turns out it's fucking Dark Samus again. That would actually be really silly, though. Dark Samus is, for those unfamiliar, basically there was a mineral called Phazon that the space pirates were drilling, and they started using it to fuse. Well, they started looking into how to fuse it into Metroids and other space pirates and etc., etc. And there was a Metroid that absorbed all of the Phazon. They called it Metroid Prime, hence the name of the series. And Metroid Prime, when Samus first killed it, all it realized was that Samus was the most powerful creature she had ever fought. And so she took on Samus's form, and that's how we get Dark Samus. Send you the link to Tom Smith's eulogy song. Oh, that would be wonderful. Now they say that kids can take just about anything so long as there's a happy ending. I think that for the most part, that's true. I certainly never found myself scarred by stuff like the Secret of Nim. Alright, I can freeze the ice now, or the lava now. Or not. Okay, some of it. At least briefly. Yeah, it melts again shortly. What if I... Nothing? I was hoping I'd get something for fixing both pipes temporarily. I don't know, maybe I just had more real things to scar me. They absorb green energy. Never a good sign. Lava pipes, underside torn open by seismic activity. The pipe appears to be leaking its entire lava payload. Ah, that's cute. Got another spinner there. Lava pressure control terminal opens and closes the main pipes. The lava discharge valve to adjust the level of the lava lake and manage lava transport rates. Thank you, Beekeeper. But yeah, with the... I honestly don't remember his name, and he hasn't gotten back to base camp. Let me find his name. Scan. Rhaegar Tokabi. The fact Silex is also the name of the space pirate. Okay. Rhaegar Tokabi is... The fact that they fucked up so monumentally by having him as a character praying to gods that he wouldn't even know existed, that's what makes me think that Silex is not responsible for this. And it has to be like the Lemorn is a real fallen society. A Boy and His Frog was on Tom's first album, released on cassette, entitled Who Let Him In Here? Yeah. Who let him in here? I always hated automatic doors that open when you're like 100 feet away. Light delivery truck, operational lighting suggests its battery may have recently been charged or replaced. Which means we're going to find someone in here. I guess we already know that someone's in here because someone blocked us out. I'm honestly kind of excited to play this game's hard mode after normal mode. Oh, whoops, this is the wrong way. So there is a thing to pull down in there. Just want to hit the save point first. Saw Tom convert a mundane couple to fandom in a hotel bar at a convention. That's awesome. Alright, let's see what we're supposed to yank off the wall with our lasso. I do appreciate, now that I've realized why you get a lasso, I do appreciate it being here rather than immediately just getting the grapple beam for both purposes. Thematically is where it makes sense. Oh, I don't see the lasso point anymore. That's odd. Must have just been another light just crossing my vision. Ow. Ah, they're fucking... Okay. You can continue to use the ice to break them. Oh, this... thought expansion is up there. Alright, so there is something to get in here. A diffused oscillation blast of psychic energy. Okay, what does that mean mechanically? Not that, obviously. Probably the psychic bomb, right? Oops. Oh, well that didn't work. Forget how this works. Drop it, charge it, turn on the visor, grab it, and then... No, not that either. Alright, well I don't know any other diffused oscillation blasts of psychic energy I could use. Ah, thank you, Beekeeper. Let me just slide upstairs here real quick. Let's position ourselves back on the main path. I wish there was a good hard mode in Dread. I don't think there was one, though. There might have been. I'll have to take a look. Because that'd be a fun game to play on hard mode, too. Aha! Welcome back, Willow. Unfortunately, it's time for me to go to the break. No, want to know the secret to good comedy? Alright, so we're gonna go to our second ad break, knock those pre-rolls out of here, tell them to fuck off. If you want to support us, you can of course subscribe here, which would be wonderful. If you have Amazon Prime, that means you have Twitch Prime, and that means that you get a free subscription every month, and I would absolutely love it if you used it for our channel. And if you don't want to use it for our channel, just use it for someone's. Because otherwise you're just leaving a few bucks in Jeff Bezos's pocket, and he doesn't need that shit. Or you can head on over to patreon.com/ifwhen. That's the one. There's the link for you on the screen. You can get access to art, music. I'm working on a new song right now, actually. I can't promise I'll release anything, but I'm proud of what I've got. We got our blogs, things like that up there. Updates, you know, the usual shit. Plus you get a shout out at the end of the stream. What's not to love? Right, in the meantime, though, we are going to go to that break. I am going to run some ads. We have no stance on ad blockers. So we'll see you back here just shortly, yeah? Timing. Well, it says, as a digital hoarder, I still have a bunch of my emails from the mid to late 90s. Wow, while browsing through them a year or two ago, I found an email from then little-known Jeff Bezos. Jesus. The CD-ROM for Deadlock, released in 1996 on my desk, although I play it from an ISO. That makes sense. A lot easier. Optical drives are not near as common as they used to be. Alright, let's continue forward. For anyone who knows our love of Wild Arms, you may have heard me mention this before, you may have heard Alice mention this before. Wild Arms 4, I firmly believe, is the worst game in the series. It takes what has up to that point been a really cool sci-fi western with all kinds of shit going on and a continuous world that makes sense in its own right. And then 4 is just like, and this is going to sound weird, but 4 is just a video game, and it kind of just ignores a lot of the shit from the other games. Not that it's not connected. You know, when you play Wild Arms 5, you can actually get that tied in pretty well, even if it's a little janky compared to how it ties in the other 3. But there's one point in Wild Arms 4 which has a really cool combat system where basically it's like, it's a hex grid, but it's a very small hex grid. So it's an SRPG. And you line up attacks by having specific characters be in specific spots in the room, and then using a chain command. And there's one where one character shouts, "Timing!" And then the next character the camera cuts to says, "Perfect!" And that's just lived in my head rent-free for more than 20 years. Alright, we're just gonna have to go underneath here, huh? I'm starting to really get used to the idea of using a controller in one hand and a mouse in the other. I like it. Okay, we got green lava. Magma. Viola will enter IC mode. Oh, it's a hovercraft. Cute. The debris is made of extremely durable coarsenite or high-powered explosives will be required. Okay, so we don't have super bombs. Sorry, psychic super bombs. So are we gonna meet someone up here who is going to apologize for blocking us off? Are we gonna meet someone who's actually trying to help us by blocking us off? I'm really interested in how this is gonna go now. Prevents workers from entering the hazard zone while the energy diffusion cannon is active, unlocked during maintenance. High pressure lava pump pulls material from the lava lake to send to the main pipe. Special alloys make the pump highly resistant to extreme temperatures, but not earthquakes. Energy facility, large container, yada yada. Energy facility door. Thought the Volt Forge doubled as an energy facility. I guess not. That actually is kind of a cool idea. They use the lava the power stuff, and they use the electricity to smith, to build. That's actually kind of a cool little world building thing. Alright, we've got... Oh hey, we can actually get to this one. We haven't... Oh, oh. Apparently we can stand on it. Ah, we finally get a real boost rail. Hell yeah. Using lava for power is very Minecraft, yeah. Moria.exe from 1988. Took me weeks of play to finally beat the thing. Hell yeah. Whoosh. Okay, that was pretty good spectacle. Right there, I like that. They do good spectacle. Elevator recall terminal activated to operate. Touch the hologram at the center of the elevator. Can do, Chief. Main lava transportation pipe routes collected lava from the suction pump to a separator. Observation windows are made of heat-resistant tempered glass. Oh, now we get a distress beacon. Not sus at all. Managed to avoid Dwarf Fortress. Given how deep Stellaris set its hooks in already, I should continue to avoid Dwarf Fortress. Remember towns, where you built the town the adventurers went to between dells. That one, not it. That one in particular I haven't, but it reminds me of maybe My Life as a King, the Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles spin-off. In theory, I like town builders, but there has to be a bit more to them than just the town building. I lose interest faster than I'd like to. That's a me problem. Not to be confused with, you know, when, damn, I don't know how to phrase this joke, but I was gonna say something about the game Miitomo. Or, Tomodachi Life, maybe? And then, say that that's a me problem, M-I-I. I did play Racketeer. And I'm the only person I've ever heard pronounce it correctly. That's a game where you, run an item shop that adventurers go to. And it got its name, like, the little girl names the shop after her and her helper, who is a fairy. Their names are Raquette and Tyr. And the only reason I know it's pronounced that way is because the fairy says, doesn't that sound a bit too much like Racketeer? Always loved that bit. Towns is very detailed, very much resource management, but also looking for better ways to separate adventurers from their gold. Oh. The fairy who was sent to collect Raquette's debt. Yep. But ends up helping her instead. Which she inherited from her parents. Not just inherited from her parents, but inherited from her parents, one of whom was hinted to be the main character of, I think, Dragon Quest II? It's such... It's such a bizarre game with so many references in different directions. Can only open from the other side. Okay. There's got to be some way through here. What did this say? Material has degraded over time. And why would you put a material that becomes highly flammable with time in a pool of magma? Weirdly, Tyr was sent to help her, apparently because her boss would rather have the money than an empty building. See, that makes too much sense. Capitalists would never think of that. Cooling fan for pulling heat exhaust from the facility. Over here we got ventilation shaft maintenance hatch. Oh shit, these fans are backlit regardless of which side of them we're on. Whoops. Not that one, this one. Alright, more maintenance tanks. Whoa, whoa, oh, hi, maintenance turret. Maintenance turret. Okay, I just said that and now I love the idea of it. Vulnerable to cold and can be destroyed with electric shocks. There we go. I don't think Samus got an ice weapon in Fusion or in Red, did she? One of those might have actually had ice missiles. But, like, obviously Samus isn't going to be big on using freezing shots when one touch of those turns her into a solid mass. I think I tried to set up a maintenance turret in Tribes too. Yeah, that sounds like Tribes. Security shutter switch controls automatic emergency shutter. Hooray, we did it. Now we have a way through. Cute little puzzles. Ventilation system main power. Supplies power to the ventilation system, including the cooling fans. Currently operational. So we're gonna shut that off at some point and make this place completely inhospitable. They've mentioned it too much. I don't believe that that won't happen. Cracked in several places, structurally unsound. Well, that sounds like fun. That's another locked door. Here's an impact. A Genshin impact. Couldn't make fun of her. Not for that, anyway. If I was less familiar with Japanese pronunciations, and let me tell you, I'm not terribly familiar as it is, but I might too have thought that it was pronounced Genshin. Oh hey, I just realized this is a half pipe. You know what we do in half pipes when we have a boost ball? We fucking boost. Hell yeah. Ventilation system terminal that manages the ventilation system. Got a magnet track, but we don't have the psychic spider ball. I've used the schematic cannon in Create, which places blocks by firing them out of a gunpowder-powered cannon. That's awesome. That's like a 3D printer almost. Okay, I can't interact with any of these. I don't have a spider ball. Elevator recall terminal activated. Let's go. Lasso lock. And a flickering control panel. It has been damaged beyond repair. Oof. You ever noticed the only things that are damaged beyond repair around here are things that would make it easier for us to move forward? What's up with that? Wait, is there a non-explosive type of 3D printing? Asking for a friend. Metal cover, explosive impact. Hooray! I am Explorer. Ah, dude. There, now you're frozen. Fuck you. Oh, we can open this one from here now. Alright. That one's not really a big deal compared to the other one. But it's something. Oh, what are these? Scanner bots. I don't like them. Making my teeth crawl. Can I just explode them, please? No? Fuck. Well, now I gotta not look at them. Well, we've been scanned now. Are they gonna make a... Are they gonna make a lava Samus at us? Are they gonna 3D print us a Samus? Drives power to systems throughout the facility. Oh, good. A mega tank. Heavy maintenance tank. A larger version of the standard tank with a stronger beam and heavier armor. Oh. Oh. Aha. I just freeze you, maybe? Sort of. Why won't you die? Fucking A. I'm guessing that when we get the Thunder Chip or whatever, it's gonna let us beat mechanoids a lot more easily. Lamorne heat resistant suit worn by Lamorne while working in high temperature areas of the facility provides protection from thermal radiation and prevents lava adhesion. Oh good, you don't want that lava to stick to you. That sounds horrifying. Can be opened only from inside, this time due to a malfunction instead of design. Energy extraction this way. Well, you know what I always say. Never turn down a good energy extraction. Oh, I was hoping I could break them despite them being unbreakable. No hologram on this one, huh? Multi-lock. Ah, yes. That's not gonna work. Oh, yes it is. Never mind. Huh. So what, I'm supposed to do this, and then... No? Electric lock. Scanner drone. Alright, so we can't go through there without finding the second person. Not to be confused with second person narrative. Lava is very sticky, yes. Knows what old Jack always says. Yes, sir. A check is in the mail. Save station. Lamorne processing tank. Green energy. Oh, hi. Fancy seeing you here. Processing tank terminals. Or terminaling the processing tanks. At one time, Big Trouble in Little China was required viewing for tabletop role gamers. Yeah, I can see that. Pew pew. Wow, it just stayed unlocked all the way up till I got to it. I'm impressed. That seems very insecure. Heat generated raises the room's temperature and air pressure. Here we got another hatch that won't open from this side. Or it will, I guess. There's so many fucking thunder doors in here. It's kind of annoying. That's probably fine, right? Draws in lava to generate steam for spinning the main generator turbines. Spinner for initiating boiler shutdown. Oh yeah, we're about to fuck everything up. Have to enable it from the console. Where does this one lead? Oh, it leads into the next room, which, oh, okay, there's not a quick way in. Assist the main terminal with boiler operations, currently offline. Oh, hey, here's our new...
Identify yourself.
If he says, remember me, Samus, I'm gonna be pissed.
You're Samus. There were dozens of higher priority targets back at base. I doubt Fed Command would post their best hunter to rescue duty.
Interesting. Interesting.
I've been trying to figure out a way out of this room. My problem is that boiler is putting off enough heat to turn me into casserole. I got a hunch these consoles are connected to it, but the encryption on them is beyond anything I've seen.
Actually, I'm lost.
Something tells me that's not an issue for you.
Literally the case.
Turn the boiler off.
Now, why would the Lamorne want to turn the boiler off?
Appreciate the assist. I'm Sergeant Ezra Duke, by the way.
He's more convincing than the last guy. I'll say that. Boiler room terminal manages boiler and room functions. Access granted. Activating control hologram. Galactic Federation Sergeant Ezra Duke, experienced squad leader assigned to the UTO Research Center. He's an extremely capable combat veteran known for his ferocious strength. Really? You bring in the one black guy and you decide that the thing you're gonna say about him is he's big and strong? Jesus Christ. Ugh. No, we have also seen Mackenzie's face. And the other guy. Yeah, we've seen their faces. They both opened their masks.
Just need to get in there and shut off the heat.
I'm more apt to believe this guy is real because he didn't immediately start telling me his backstory. He definitely feels a bit more real than Reagan did. Rieger? Ray? Something. But it does feel like we're being pushed into doing something that's going to cause something terrible to happen still. Ah, of course. Spinning flame pillar, everyone's favorite kind of generator. Whoops. Ah. I'm fine. I'm not fine. That's an odd way to start a boss fight. Mission mailed. Alright, how far back is the... That's alright, that's not that far. I thought our new suit protected us from fire. No, we are not immune to fire. We are able to float above magma. We are resistant to hot air, but not pure magma or anything. So pretty similar to the original Varia suit. What a surprise. Alright, now I know what to do there. When it starts spinning, we have to go into morph ball mode. We have Mario's ability to ignore convection. Yes. and bounce. Just getting the scans in, because who even fucking knows what it's gonna count towards total scans. This game has way less necessary scans for the logbook than the previous 3. Sergeant.
Identify yourself.
Can I skip the cutscene I've already seen? No? Okay.
You're Samus. There were dozens of
There needs to be a mod that repaints Samus' suit with Mario overalls.
the best hunter to rescue.
That'd be pretty good. Like Bayonetta with the peach dress.
We are stranded.
I think it's a Fatal Frame game where you can get Samus's power suit as a costume for New Game Plus.
Way out of this room. My problem is that boiler is putting off enough heat to turn me into casserole. I got a hunch these consoles are connected to it, but the encryption on them is beyond anything I've seen. Something tells me that's not an issue for you. Maybe we can turn the boiler off. I'd appreciate the assist. I'm Sergeant Ezra Duke, by the way. Pleasure to meet you, Samus.
Everyone recognizes Samus by her power suit. Except that Mackenzie is the only one who saw her in her Chozo power suit. At least in theory. I mean, this might just look similar enough that people get it, but it still seems kind of weird. Oh, whoops. I forgot to actually do the thing in here. I hadn't seen Bayonetta with the Star Fox suit. That's kind of awesome.
Something happened. Must be enough getting around like that.
To put on the visor, you press X. To go into the morph ball, you press Y. To jump as the morph ball, you press X, which, as you'll remember, is also the visor button. And you know what happens when you press the jump button? For some reason, the jump button is boost. No idea why they chose to do it that way. It's in Bayonetta 2, gotcha. Thought Peach's dress was in Bayonetta 2 as well. Ah, fuck. Dang it. And now shit's about to go to hell.
Thank you. Temperature dropping.
I like that it left me in ball form after the fight ended. Lava transportation tube, which now not transporting anything. Okay, these are gonna be all electro doors, right? Yeah.
Oh, great. More lava.
Yep, more lava.
Now it's my turn.
Alright. Getting a full-fledged escort mission now. Kinda like that it shows his rank next to his name. Oh, good, his health restores. He's got Halo shields. I would believe Samus is the only person in the galaxy who has Morph Ball. Yeah, the Space Pirates tried. That was some of the funniest shit in Metroid Prime 1. It did not end well for them.
Is that
Hello? Come in!
Armstrong? Armstrong, do you read me?
Sarge! Finally! I was starting to think I'd never break through the interference.
Well, I can read you loud and clear now, Private. Hopefully the signal will hold. Are you all right? Where are you?
I'm stuck. Not sure where, but there's a hologram in here with me. It looks like a cannon? I'm in a compartment on its south side.
Are you safe?
I should be. For now.
Hold tight. We'll find you.
Over and out.
Alright, now I don't believe he's real.
That doesn't sound good. We need to find Armstrong.
He just cleared his throat as though he's trying to recite a narrative. Now that's interesting in its way. I'm still asking myself how much is intentional, because I just don't trust video games anymore. Too many video games are made for gamers, you know? Ah. Ah. I got stuck in the fucking wall. Ah. Jesus. I just wanted to imagine if I died before getting to the save point. So for those who haven't heard it, basically in Metroid Prime 1, during a certain section you find a series of Space Pirate laboratory rooms. And as you read through the logs, you get a story about how they'd been attempting to replicate the Hunter, that's Samus's Morph Ball technology. And it ended up just mangling people as they tried to force them into the shape of an orb. Okay, now we can go through these.
I'll take the other.
What?
We go. You've got hostiles.
He shouldn't have been able to do that. It's coded to the psychic energy. I'm pretty sure we heard that earlier. Which means the reason Samus can do it is because of the psychic suit. But there's no reason that another human should be able to.
Strange. This bot is offline. So they're both.
Cybot inactive mode. It will not activate unless given a command via tuned psychic waves. It will fold in place if struck. He's a ghost, like Nova. Yes.
Green energy out of the lava and using it for what?
Why does he know what green energy is? Coats protective suits and layers of coolant and insulating liquid to improve heat resistance. I guess it's possible that he came in here from outside, but why the fuck would he come in here from outside?
Can't see. My eyes is fogged up.
Same. cooling system terminal monitors the cooling system, oddly enough. Also operates the hologram emitter.
Let's get it.
I'll take left this time.
On three. 3.
Yeah, there was no 3. I'd already done it. Controls extraction of green energy from Vuros. Almost had Final Fantasy VII flashbacks. Use a hologram display for status tracking. Separates green energy from Vuros lava. Currently operating at full capacity. Because we know that they don't have psychic visors. Because they aren't able to activate the holograms and such. At least, you know, in canon. Storage for maintenance tanks working in energy extraction. I honestly really love how they've made just very specific things and not make sense, and I'm primed, no pun intended, to watch for it. To operate, touch the hologram at the center of the elevator. It really does make you question.
Were they doing something with this containment system?
Got distracted. It makes you wonder what is and isn't real. Which is an interesting narrative device. Lava temperature regulation is nominal. Pressure of inhalation pipes is normal. GE filter status is good. Purity of extracted GE is over 99%. Pressure of delivery pipes is normal. All energy extraction systems are functioning normally. So do you think that maybe the Council of 13 went and hid away while letting the entire rest of the planet burn? And they claim that there was a mass extinction event that couldn't be prevented, but in fact they could have prevented it. They just didn't care. Sounds reasonable, right?
I'll stay down here if you want to check upstairs.
Alarm system triggered, security shutter active. Energy extraction, energy injector. Located on the second floor. This where we came in? No, this goes upwards. Alright, cool. Very cool. Controls maintenance tanks and the storage security shutter. Access granted, activating control hologram. Control 1. Gonna need a missile, probably. What, I just jump out, or?
I think this is the way.
Here we go. No, I was thinking of over there. These guys are definitely going to come to life and attack once we figure this out.
I don't think this is the way.
I hate that his dialogue is drawing my mind to that racist meme. I hope that's unintentional. Alright, let me reread what it said upstairs. They called it Ugandan Knuckles. And that's as much as I'll say about it. Right, now. Touch the hologram to activate the tanks and enable release of the sealed security shutter. Okay, but I did. And the security shutter still seems to be shut. I don't see any activated tanks. Can't activate any of these terminals. Maintenance tank, okay. Yeah, but I need a maintenance tank to appear. I supposedly released a maintenance tank, but I don't see one. Missile expansion at the top of there. It did say that it would fold if it was struck. Had to figure out what exactly that meant. An alternate configuration of the Cybot. Its energy field neutralizes attacks, giving it exceptional defense. Scanner drone. I don't see anywhere I can shoot through with my psychic blasts either. So I'm a little confused here. Yeah, this is weird. Is there something I'm supposed to be able to do from here, maybe? What? Oh. Okay, so it shows a shelf. Okay, I hadn't seen any of these shelves in this room. I must have not been looking for them. Can't go that way. Yeah, I don't see a tank shelf. Which is funny because there's always a tank shelf. Anyone else seen a tank shelf? See one up there either. I pushed the button. What more do you want from me? Don't see any windows to fire through. Why is this giving me so much trouble? Do we have to bring a tank into the room? I cannot imagine this being the correct course of action.
There we go. I won't leave without my squad.
Okay, so it's definitely not back there. There's not one on the way to the save station, I'm pretty sure, but I might as well check. Four minutes? Whoops. Alright, so this is gonna be... another one that we end on that's not... I don't know if I'm missing something obvious or what. Fuck. So that's it for tonight. Thanks everyone for coming. We'll figure that out next week. Oh, let me take these off my wrists. Oh. So hey, congratulations on making it here to the end of the stream. If you want to support us, you can of course subscribe here. Get access to all of our cool emotes. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, which means you get a free subscription every month. And I would love it if you'd use it here with us. You can also go to patreon.com/ifwhen, get access to art, music, blogs, you know, whatever we're able to do that week. And you get a shout out at the end of the streams. So thank you so much to all of our patrons: Mellybasket, Andymonium, Green, Sky, Willow Mist, Angelic, Nahum Wengrove, and Kai. Here's our schedule at truckcommunity.neocities.org. Beekeeper will be doing a Minecraft stream in the morning at his channel, Wandering Beekeeper, so keep an eye on that. And we've got our YouTube channel over here. That's where the VODs go. It's the VOD hole where the VODs live. So if you want to watch us, but we're not live at that moment in time, that's a place you can do it. Okay, I'm hoping my arm will be most of the way better by tomorrow. This has been nice and low-key, as Metroid often is. So I didn't injure myself playing. That's a plus. Okay, that's it for me tonight. Thank you all so much for coming. Especially those of you who made it all the way to the end, but everyone in general, because I know how it goes. And we'll see you next time. Good night.